Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Todd here. Appreciate you stopping by. Just got back off vacation, and it's time to get busy here in the Woodyard. For all those of you that followed along and shot me some comments on some of the short videos I did on vacation, telling me to have a good time, we did. And I appreciate y'all telling me to have a good time and enjoy myself, because that's exactly what we did. So today, here in the Woodyard, I am chomping at the bit to get busy. And as you've seen in the opening clips, I'll walk along here and show you. Evan said it was busy. The firewood stand was busy while we were gone. So I got a lot of loose ends here to tie up, because in some upcoming videos, we've got some work lined up that's going to keep us busy for a while. So stick with me. I'm going to flip the camera around and I'm going to show you what we got going on. A little Woodyard update, what he's been moving out, and then I'm going to talk to you about what we got coming up. All right, so things I got to get tidied up here. If you guys remember, about 3 videos ago, we went back to the farm and hit the maple honey hole again. This is the remaining maple from that load that we brought home, the first load in the Lamar dump trailer there. Evan actually hand split every bit of this with his axe, and those 2 new brightly colored ranks over there, he split all that with his axe. He loves to work with that every now and then, and this maple's really nice to split and work with. These 4 uglies here are remaining chunks that I got to get cleaned up from that hard maple score that I never did get finished up. So when I start getting a lot of loose ends, it bothers me. So that needs to be cleaned up. And so what has Evan moved out in the last probably 3 weeks? Well, I can tell you, all this along here he has sold. Those 2 are new ranks. This here, he sold half of that rank. That's why it was real important for us to get more maple cut and get it drying. And on his totes over here, I see he's exhausted 1 full tote there, 1 full tote there. There's a full tote there gone. Sorry about that, son. And he's about got that oak there gone out of that tote. Let me look around back here. Doesn't look like he's dug into the back too much. And I noticed on the front here, he's pulled some off of that hickory there, and also some out of that hickory here. Now that hickory, I know where that went. While I was on vacation, if you guys remember a few videos back, I said there was a new smokehouse opening in town. He contacted us and wanted to get firewood from us. He contacted me, and Evan took him a load, delivered his first load. So this here was all full of the barkless oak. He sold him all that, as well as it looks like those 2 totes of hickory there. So yeah, a lot of wood's been moving. So all right, that's a real quick Woodyard update for you. And I'm gonna get the splitter out and get all this cleaned up and get it stacked over there, get this hard maple cleaned up and add it to my little Mount Woodmore over here. And that's another thing I need to do. I am gonna go grab some more totes today. I've located some pretty close to the house. I'm gonna go buy a couple more, and I'm gonna cut the front completely out of those totes. And I'm gonna start putting this, what I call ugly splits or boiler wood, up by the road, up by the firewood stand. And we're gonna sell it by the whole tote, just to kind of get that knocked down before winter, because I definitely don't want it sitting on the ground this winter. So that's the plan. And another little update for you. I know this is going to be a lot of talking here. A couple jobs we got coming up. I got a maple tree over at one of the farmers' houses. I got a farmer that lives right behind me, behind the woods here out in the field. And he owns all the way around us here. basically. It's my wife's old grandparents' old farm that he bought pretty well all the way around us. And he's got a tree in his dad's yard he needs taken down. It's a dead maple. And I really didn't want the tree, honestly, but I'm doing it for a reason, because it has led to so much more. And I'll give you a little, I'll flip the camera so I can zoom in better on it, but I'll give you a little shot of what he's wanting me to do, or he has offered to me. All right, y'all, I'll take a little walk up here by Evan's firewood stand, because across the road over here, I don't know if you can see it, he owns all around behind this house that island of woods right over there. And I know it doesn't look that big on camera, but that's probably 100 yards wide, 100 yards long. He's going to be removing that whole woods to just make it all field. And then also this tree line down here, and it runs around behind over there, he's going to be removing all that. And he told me I can have every bit of that. Now that's within walking distance here in my house, so that was like music to my ears. And I went over with the four-wheeler and drove through it and looked at it. It's 80% walnut, cherry, and oak. There's very little trash trees in there. So we're real excited about that. I'm not sure when he's gonna start that, but it'll probably be after harvest is done. So there is gonna be a really, really good firewood score within eyesight of my front door here. So buying that Lamar dump trailer is going to pay for itself here in a short time. All right, let's get back down here to the totally unorganized and messy wood yard and get this crap straightened out. It's starting to get on my nerves. I've only been home a day. All right, everybody. Number one goal for the day has been met. Woodyard's all cleaned up, got the debris all picked up. Got a nice trailer full of maple there. That splitter all cleaned up. And I got another 4-wheeler trailer full of maple up here, ready to be stacked. You get a couple piles of wood over here. If you remember in the beginning, I had 4 or 5 of those odd-shaped hard maple rounds that we still need to split from a couple videos ago. We had that hard maple score. I'd say I got about half of it savable, and the other half went over on Mount Woodmore. And then here, if you've seen me slow the video down, I started splitting that darker colored wood. I know y'all are guessing what this is. Some of you already know. Looks kind of like hickory, but this is actually elm. And this stuff was so heavy and wet, it was almost making my hands wet when I split it. I grabbed the moisture meter real quick, stuck it in there, and it went up to 50, went over 70, and it just went into like a automatic high code. It wouldn't even read it. So needless to say, that's going to the farm. Saved Devin 4 rounds over here to play with his axes. So yeah, I'd say number one goal is a success. So all right, got the woodyard all cleaned up. I got a nice trailer there and one here behind me, as you've seen. And that was exactly what I wanted to get done this morning, so I'm happy that we got this done. If y'all wonder where Evan's at, he's actually over duck hunting with his grandpa. Today is the Illinois Youth Duck Hunting Opener, so I didn't want to leave him out on the fun, so I left him 4 rounds there, telling him he has to do it with the axe. So man, if y'all stuck around here with me till the end, I really, really appreciate it. I know I tend to yap a lot and these videos will get a little bit long, but hey, this is what I was doing this morning, so I wanted to bring y'all along. And I'd say we got her done. And for a small wood yard like we have here, that's very, very important. The last thing I want to do is go start on those other tree jobs that we got coming up and have to come back here and keep dumping on top of pile after pile and tripping through all that. So when you're working in a small space like we got here, I like to keep it cleaned up as we go, because hopefully the stuff across the road over there, as soon as the farmer's done cutting, we're going to get started on that. And that's going to be some gravy work right over there. Hopefully he's going to let me cut them down and pick them up with equipment and just make a pile of logs, and I'll just haul them all back here. And if we get that going, I'm sure going to bring you all along. So if you stuck with me here to the end, man, I really appreciate it. I'm going to shut my mouth and wrap this video up. You know what I always like to say. Until next time, get outside. We'll see you.